PT.
There you go.
That was just our breakout at the end of every day. The effect it had on me, these kids really grew on me, because at first I didn't want to do it with their little kids, because I already have 2 of them at home, my little sisters. But they grew this bond on me, you know. I really didn't want the camp to end as fast as it did as far as the 5 weeks. And at the end, I wanted to give them like awards, sort of who was showing what core value each day. So a respect award, a trust award, responsibility. And then for the ones that didn't receive it, I would just come up with a core value award. At least they tried to show each of them one of them. And in the community, we got recognition for the other kids that did their presentations over there. We got featured in a Manor newspaper, which is really nice because I've never been featured in anything that could be seen publicly. And you know, I got an offer to continue my program next fall when the school year starts up as an actual ACE program. So that was cool, and it could be a job for me, and I can get paid to teach these kids. But the hardest part for this whole project was coming up with a name. This was my first name, Camp Hood, but that wouldn't have looked good advertised. I thought it looked good, opening out our dreams. It would look nice on shirts too. So we ended up going with the Camp BTE, which is also the name of the school, and it stood for Basketball Teaching Excellence. So it had a nicer ring to it. I wanted to get shirts for them too at the end, but due to the funding, we couldn't provide those. This would have been the front, and that would have been the back. And a field trip to one of the Austin Toros games, because they're known for giving schools like free tickets to go watch the games. And this is a clip from the Manor Middle School cheer squad. And there's a star of this one, because that's my little sister right there cheering at half court. But to bring it all back, I wanted to teach these kids, when you apply core values in the right direction to something you love to do or something you're good at, you can excel. You can be somebody like my sister or my uncle, and not like my cousins. You don't want to end up in the wrong direction. And this is just a thank you to all of my collaborators and helpers. My kids didn't make this. I wish they would have. I just found this on Google Images. It looks nice. It looks nice. But my collaborators, Mr. Odoms, Ms. Thomas, Ms. Arenas, Mr. Bookman, Ms. Perry, Ms. Bailey, and then my helpers, Daryl and Avery, and my camera crew, Paul and Renisha.
Questions. If we could start out with just questions from the panel, and then when you feel like you've asked Dezryck everything you need to, we can open it up to the floor. So anyone on the panel?
Can you tell me what specific lessons you learned from this experience?
Well, I learned that because I probably didn't show core values in elementary, I learned that they could actually show them when you teach them it earlier. But I mean, elementary kids, they need somebody to look up to if they don't have that hero of somebody at home. So it was nice to have them look up to me at times. Call me Coach Dez.
I have a question. You said that humble versus hungry was one lesson that you wanted to bring to the children. And so I was wondering, what example did you see in your students that showed that they learned humble versus hungry?
Well, I actually had one kid that he could play basketball better than probably the whole camp, and he always wanted to just scrimmage instead of listen and learn. So that was one kid I saw that wasn't really being humble at all the time. He was just trying to focus on himself, really, instead of trying to learn and have fun with the rest of the group. So he didn't really show it, but the rest of the kids did.
On your videos showed the students were mostly doing individual drills in practice. Did you have them do teamwork exercises, or was that mainly because of skill level?
Well, no, I actually had most of the exercises were in partners and groups, and we'd switch up teams at times, and then we have free time, but we have team games against each other, and then even after that, if we had more time, I would let them scrimmage up and down the court.
Any other questions from the panel?
You said you had some helpers, and I saw them in the videos, and I'm wondering, how did you train your helpers? Because you were learning as you went. How did you ensure that the helpers were ready to do what you needed them to do?
Well, they weren't really playing as big as a role as I was, maybe as far as like setting up the exercises and drills. And then the other would just hold the camera really, but as far as like helping me control some of the kids, that's really what they helped teach.
But it looked like you had two age groups almost, like there were some that looked older that were maybe guiding or pointing the little ones, where they need to go. Who were those children?
Well, I think majority of them were fifth graders, and we had probably like 1 or 2 fourth graders. But we didn't split it up by grade or age. We just split it up evenly as far as skill wise and who wanted to play what. We just split it up like that. Or sometimes it was just lottery thing.
Sorry. This is my last one. So, are you considering working with children in the future? I mean, I know that there's something in the fall maybe, but in the long term, have you, has this informed your future goals or plans?
I mean, maybe coaching wise, I don't know about teaching wise, because that seems like a lot to have to prepare for a class, because I know I felt what y'all went through. I felt especially the unit plan, because I know y'all have to make one of those in a lesson plan. Y'all probably got like 30 times as many days as I had, so I don't know if I could make a lesson plan for every day.
We can open it up to everyone now.
I was curious about the trust exercises that you did. Did you find that those when they were guiding the students around, did that actually help them develop trust, or was it just kind of something they did and didn't think about it, or did you really see measurable difference?
Well, it helped them because I tried to partner them up with kids that they didn't really know or weren't their friends. Because I seen them walk in with certain people, so I tried to partner them up like that. They seemed to actually listen to them and have fun and smile at the same time with these people that they didn't know. And by the end of the camp, they were actually friends with most of the people.
Anybody else?
I just have a quick comment. I thought it was really, really great that you decided to work with young kids instead of working with kids that are in middle school, because like you said, they are already in sports and they're in there. So I thought it was really, really good, and even though I don't know you very well, I thought it was really, really impressive presentation.
Another one.
Just like totally awesome. I'm so proud of you and whoever your mother is.
What was the total amount of kids that you had attend your camp?
Well, the first day was 7, then I think the next week it was 5, and then the last day was 9. But kids wanted to actually sneak out of the other events that they were in to come to my camp, so we had to control that.
I thought you did very, very well. I've never seen you present this well. And like your mom said, like I'm proud of you, dude.
Okay, so we will say congratulations.